Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Unfucked Creative. This is the podcast for overworked, overwhelmed creatives who want to go from being busy freelancers to a productive and profitable business owner. I'm super excited because not only is this our very first interview, but I'm interviewing my very, very good friend, Fabio. Welcome, Fabio.
Hello, Carrie. Hello, everybody. Here we are for our first episode. I'm proud to be the first one.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you said yes, and I'm so glad that you're here.
And
because
you
last
really.
time, last time when we tried to record the first time, I had a technical hitch. And I had tried to clear the cookies on my laptop just before recording, which was a stupid idea. I got the wheel of doom, had to cancel the recording, and then later on in the day realised that all I needed to do was turn my laptop off and on again. There we go.
Classical nerdy thing.
Classic, isn't it? So, Fabio, tell us. Let's dive straight in. Tell us about what you do.
Yeah, of course. Listen to this, Carrie. I give fun experiences to stressed people and make their lives tasty. Very tasty, actually, because, I'm a pizza maker, but I don't work in restaurant anymore. And right now, I teach people.
And what are you teaching them?
Oh, guess what? Pizza making.
And they are.
Of course, it's not just about the actual teaching. It's about having a couple of hours or relax, a couple of hours where you completely break for your 9 to 5 routine or 9 to 6 routine, 9 to 7 routine. Where I come into play and give you a little bit of, magic in your day.
And you work with a lot of different types of people, don't you? Tell us about the different people that you've worked with in the past and that you're hoping to work with or that you're planning to work with in the future.
Are you talking about, let's say, my clients or before?
Yeah, your clients, and then you've got Burton Shaw and all of the fabulous things that you do.
Fabulous, yes.
Of course.
That's to me. Most of the time, the people who came to me to have this couple of hours of fun, let's say, because
it's like a little party, isn't it?
Is it a little party? It is a little party, really, just because we take it easy. Of course, I actually teach concepts, ideas, etc., because I want you to go back home and be able to actually bake the best pizza you can in your kitchen. But as you said, it's just a little party. I'm not there wearing my chef attire and just explaining stuff, writing down diagrams or whatever. Let's make our hands dirty. Let's scream and shout if anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Throw flour at itself. Listen, of course, this is before the COVID era. Yeah. Right now, I had to pivot, and I am full into the remote teaching.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute, because being able to pivot is really, really important for any freelancer, isn't it, and any business owner. So tell us about the type of people that you've been working with. So we dived into the parties, but you do so much good stuff. It's not just about making pizzas for fun, is it? You do some really, really important work as well, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, when we talk about this, let's call them parties. It's every kind of people you can think about. From most of the time, people who work in the offices or on Friday nights, they need to be to let go a little bit. And families as well, whole families, they need to create memorable experiences for the whole family, even couples as well. And I did some, how can I call them? Like team building events, if you want, like small colleagues who were looking for a new way to bound together rather than go to the next pub and have the usual couple of pints and you know how it works. And right now, as you mentioned, I work with Burton Shaw. It's a very important school in Manchester. They work with kids with learning disabilities, and we do remote session. There is, of course, the teaching part, but for them it's important to relate with somebody who is not part of the team of the school. They need to be aware that there is something else, not just their college, possibly a working environment. Because I give rules when I am with the guys, with the kids. I explain them how they need to wear the apron, the hat, how to wash their hands. The rules that must be respected in a
the health and safety aspects of it as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
of course, it's not on a professional level because they still are not, but it's kind of an introduction for them to what will happen, hopefully, for many of them after the college.
Wow, that's amazing. And Burtonshaw is an amazing school, and I think they're colleges as well, aren't they? They're an award-winning school.
Exactly. I actually work with the kids at the college because they are a little bit older, so it's easier.
Right.
For me, I have no actual experience of working with people with learning disability. This is kind of a new thing for me. So I'm there just to do something else, kind of the entertainment part, if you want.
Yeah. But with some learning as well.
Yeah. They also have 2 schools with younger kids, 6, 2, 7, 8, etc. But we still didn't think about it. Maybe in future, possibly.
Yeah, but this is really important for other people who are either chefs or in catering, and might be thinking about doing something else or are not sure how to expand their business and all that kind of stuff. So it's really important that you were here to share that. So thank you for that. So what you said you worked in restaurants before, right? So
Sure.
What was it that motivated you to go it alone?
Listen, independence.
Wow, yeah.
Independence for me it's probably my biggest, the biggest thing, the biggest motivation, biggest value I can have right now. I really hate when there is anybody really who tells me what to do.
Yeah.
And, we live in a world where, the corporate world, the 9-to-5 world, we go to the office, and unless we are the actual chief, and we need to respect what someone else are saying, even if we don't agree, even if we, think that guy giving us order is not exactly the most prepared. And since I stumbled upon the situation quite a lot during my careers, because I wasn't always a chef. I used to be myself in a corporate world before I decided to turn around my life completely. And so, I can say 100% my independence, the freedom to choose what to do. As you said, that probably.
Wow, and that's a really important thing, isn't it? And that's why most of us do become freelancers or start our own business, isn't it? For the freedom and the independence. So what have you found has been the main difference between being self-employed and having a business?
Listen, I feel probably the being self-employed is kind of a missing link between being an employee and being an actual business owner.
Yeah.
Because when you are self-employed anyway, you still somehow meet somebody who is telling you what to do, like kind of giving you orders, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not, of course, this doesn't always happen, and since you are still a freelancer anyway, you are free to accept those orders or just to go somewhere else. You are free to refuse customers somehow. That's part of the game anyway. So probably the final goal should be to be a business owner in order to finally get out of the business. But while you are a freelance, of course, it's a question. And I feel I am a freelance right now. I'm still like kind of in between, if you want, because I have to do too many things. Now.
Wow.
And,
Okay, so what would be one thing that you would stop doing and delegate to somebody else that would make your life easier or more fun?
The stop delegating. Yeah, I think the actual creating process is something that I would never ever delegate to anybody else, just because I feel like
that's you, isn't it? That's your thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Your zone of genius.
But just the next step, where it's time to assemble what you actually have created, I would easily delegate. For example, the video editing, for example, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of long and frustrating, and you need to deal maybe with glitches with your computer or your editing software. So
and your videos are amazing. So you must go and check out Fabio's videos. Where can we find them? On YouTube, obviously. But what's your YouTube channel called?
It's called Fabioulous Pizza. There is like a joke with the words, because there is my name inside the word fabulous.
Yeah.
I know you know it, of course, but
yeah. For people who don't, Fabioulous.
Fabulous. I'm just adding a I-O inside the actual word fabulous. So,
fantastic. You must go and...
It's for me.
And I'm going to put the link in the description as well. So you can go and just click on there and go and have a look. I mean, he's got hundreds now. You must have hundreds. You're always making them.
Yes, kind of. Considering also the YouTube Shorts, which is the new features I'm trying to take advantage of.
The fun stuff. It's always popping up on the side of my YouTube. And they're good fun, really good fun, and educational at the same time, which is what we want, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the background thing is always the teaching anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to just entertain people. I mean, this is what I am. When I shot my videos, I'm just doing myself. I talk with my hands quite a lot. You can easily spot my accent, but I talk about pizza, so it's fair enough. I speak in a strong Italian accent. But I also want to give actual teachings, because I feel there are plenty of misinformation out there on YouTube, especially.
Yeah, which I never knew before I met you. I would never have known. So thank you for teaching me about pizza.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly it. Now, every business or, every self-employed person and every business has its ups and downs, but how do you navigate the down times and how do you create a balance?
I don't, probably. This is the hardest part for me. I'm still learning how to manage this. Because it's the hardest part. It's really the hardest part.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it might depend from person to person, but for me, it's the hardest part. I keep repeating to myself anyway that it was my choice.
Yeah. So that's a good way of seeing things, yeah.
It's just my decision, 100% my decision. And this is a good starting point to manage the ups and downs. And anyway, I feel that's pretty useful having someone you can talk to. It may be Carrie for me, or I've got a couple of excellent friends. And you and me, we had sometimes some rants probably.
Absolutely, we have, yeah.
You have to, otherwise you're explode.
Yeah, you shouldn't keep that stuff in.
We are human beings. We don't have a valve here. We can open it and just let the steam blow off.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? but no, it has to come out this way. Or writing it. We're very good at talking, aren't we? Now, I know that lots of freelancers and business owners find it difficult to relax. So what do you do to relax?
I take a real break, a proper break. I just direct my attention to somewhere else. It can be my cat. I spend 5 minutes cuddling my cat. Or I like reading. I like video games. I like music, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you are not always able to take 15, 20 minutes breaks because maybe you are in a hurry or for any reason. In that case, if you need something quick, like a quick boost, you come into play. Because you remember we had a clarity and focus session.
Yes, I do, yeah.
Exactly. You taught me a technique, the peace breathing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's still in my pocket every day, because whenever I have like some moment of stress, I feel a little bit anxious. Maybe that's another issue of mine. And a couple of minutes, 10 deep breaths. They really help me to take control at least a little bit. And I customize your technique.
Good.
There's not just the peace breathing, there is the focus breathing, the creativity breathing, the sleep breathing when I struggle to fall asleep at night, etc.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's you're so welcome. You're more than welcome. And that's something that I learned from my coach, and I do use with my clients as well. But it's great that you've taken it on board and created your own version of it as well, because that's what it's all about. You know, it's not just about using exactly what's given to you. It's about creating what works for you as well, which is what we do as creative people. And actually, I do that in my complimentary clarity and focus sessions. So if you're interested in getting one of those, then of course the link is going to be in the description below as well. So book it in, and while we've got some space, because the spaces are going to go very, very quickly. So I'm glad that's still working for you, Fabio. All right, now. Thank you. I'm so glad it worked. But if you were to start another business, let's talk about the pivoting, because we touched on that right at the beginning. So you were traveling up to Manchester, and you were traveling to people's homes and doing some corporate stuff, and that involved being around other people. So what happened when we had to lock down in the first pandemic?
I got very sad. But then, shit happens. Can I say?
Yeah, of course you can. It's called the UnF Creative. You can say what you want.
Shit happens. You have two alternatives. Either you get sad, you get depressed, and you don't do anything for that. You cry all the time, etc. Or you react. The choice is yours. Yeah. I wanted to react. I invented new way to deliver what I can do. So there is a video course out there. There is, of course, my YouTube channel went exponentially, grew up exponentially in the lockdown. Because,
it really did.
Exactly. I had nothing to do. Let's stay at home. And that was the time where my remote session has really started.
There's something else that happened as well. I'm recalling a little book.
Yeah, that happened actually before the.
Oh, was that before? Got it. All the years are blending into one. Goodness me.
But anyway, it's still part of the pivoting. Pivoting from the person I used to be, from the freelance business owner, call me whatever you want. But yes, my book was part of this kind of pivoting, and I'm very proud of that book.
And what's the?
It was a bestseller during the day of launch.
It was, yeah.
I noticed I was like next to Jamie Oliver and Paul Hollywood.
Only Jamie Oliver and Paul Hollywood. What?
Yeah,
two of the biggest chefs in the UK.
It'll last quite just a few days, but still,
But it doesn't matter, it's to achieve that is amazing. And most people are not even going to write a book. So not only did you write a book and publish it, but you also became a bestseller next to Jamie Oliver and Paul Hollywood. So all of that's amazing. You shouldn't take any of that away from yourself. So pat yourself on the back and high fives all round. And I have the book, which you've signed for me. Thank you very much. My daughter has the book, which you signed for her as well. And it is a great book. So what's the book called? And tell us where we can... In fact, we'll do that at the end, but just tell us what the book's called first.
It's called Fabioulous Pizza, of course.
Of course.
It was my first book. I wanted to really reflect my whole persona,
And my own does. Yeah.
The name, my own name, Fabio, and the brand, the personal brand, Fabioulous Pizza, is like throughout my social networks, my book, my video course, etc. So I wanted to be consistent
It's integral to everything you do, isn't it? Which is really important when you're running your own business. Because as you say, you are your brand. Okay,
Yes.
so if you were to start another business, what one thing would you do differently? Or if you were to start again, what one thing would you do differently, knowing what you know now?
Yeah, probably the delegating thing, the outsourcing thing. I would probably, I wouldn't waste my time with some little thing. We just mentioned my book. I tried myself to design a nice cover for my book. After I realized that I didn't have the skills, only then I outsourced. But right now, when I will write down another book, I will outsource it away.
Mm-hmm. And this is something that we all do as freelancers, because when you're a one man or one person show, let's say we're pro all genders. When you're a one person show, it's really easy to believe that you have to do everything yourself, isn't it? Or you don't, or you're just going to save a little bit of money, or you just don't want to let go of the baby, don't want to give the baby away. Yeah. But actually, it's really important to be able to let go, isn't it? And stay in your zone of genius.
You get more headspace. You save some energy for the actual important things.
Yeah.
I am not a graphic designer. What the heck? I should have designed my own cover book. Come on. But in that very moment, I felt like I didn't even have the extra £30 to spare for a designer.
Yeah, not even to just go on Fiverr and like an extra 30 quid.
The truth is, I had those £30, but it's just you learn, you live to learn. Yeah,
exactly. But part of the UnF Creative Podcast is about not only sharing the mistakes we've made, but also reflecting to our listeners that the same mistakes that they may be making and may make over and over again, just the same way as we did. And so,
exactly.
Just reviewing and reflecting.
I think you learn way more from your mistakes rather than from your wins, because the win is just a win.
Yeah.
And that's it. But when you do mistakes, you actually understand something that is burning your skin, So hopefully next time you will not repeat the same mistake. If you do, whatever.
Yeah.
You will repeat it over and over until you will learn the lesson.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's a good point to make. Thank you. Okay. What's your number one tip for any creative who wants a business rather than just being another shit boss for themselves? So basically, who wants to work less and earn more?
Number one tip. You need help. Ask for help.
Yeah. Love that.
Business mentor, possibly.
For sure.
We had the same business mentor,
Yeah, that's how we met, right? Yeah. Hi, they'll be watching. Yeah. So lots of love to you.
Totally. And we already said you don't know what you don't know. And this is where a business mentor really kicks in, because it will save you so many headaches. And get a mentor, get help anyway.
It doesn't
necessarily need to be like the highest level mentor in the world. You don't need to knock Tony Robbins' door for your first business, unless you already have 1 million. But ask for help.
Yeah.
Ask Carrie for help. Ask even me. Come on.
Well, ask. Yeah, exactly. Ask Fabio. Ask me.
If you are completely zero in business, I can still give you some useful starting point.
Fantastic. That's such a good tip, because that's where I went wrong. I did not ask for help, and
me too.
As soon as I started, I was like, oh, actually, this really works. All right, we're going to go on to the quick fire rounds. Okay, so Fabio, you're not living in London at the moment, are you? You're back home in Italy.
I'm bouncing back and forth from where I am right now, and London and some other places,
Very nice, living the dream. So, what's your favourite restaurant in London?
Restaurant? I'm not really the kind of person who goes into the restaurant. If you ask me for a place, I go to restaurant, but I'm not too not in the fancy ones. So if you ask me for one place to go to London to have food, I would say the Borough Market.
Oh, good choice. Oh, and you can have lots of food there from all around the world.
You can have any craving you want.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, drinks.
You can stay there from, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 in the evening.
Yes, and I have done that once. I was in the pub, various pubs around the Borough Market, and then going back for food. Great choice. All right, it's supposed to be Quickfire. God, we talk too much. All right, favourite band or artists?
I'm going to surprise you here. It's not Depeche Mode. It's Kraftwerk.
Of course, Kraftwerk. Another great choice. Choice.
And the Depeche Mode are too much. Are untouchable for me. Not even my favorite. Are just like my brother. They are with me like. They are too much.
Really. Amazing. Great band. Great artists. Not just a band. They're innovators, aren't they? Okay.
Kind of gods for me.
They are good. Yeah, I know a lot of people who will be agreeing with you, nodding away right now. Okay, what's your ideal holiday destination?
Let's say capitals, European capitals. I'm the kind of tourist who wakes up at 8 o'clock in the morning to visit landmarks, monuments, etc.
Fantastic. Oh, okay. All right then. I'm going to throw another one in. What's your favourite landmark in London?
The landmark in London, Covent Garden, 100%.
Another great choice.
I know it's kind of too easy probably, but I don't know. I just like it. When you have a good feeling about something, anything. Not necessarily a landmark or maybe a person or whatever. I just happy when I hang around Covent Garden, and it's just cool.
There's such a great vibe, and it makes sense that your favourite place to eat food is Borough Market, because it's a very similar vibe, isn't it? It's very cultural, hive of activity. There's lots going on all the time.
True. Yeah. There is some kind of link between
the two. For sure. And they're both like filled with history, aren't they?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Okay. Fruit on pizza, yes or no?
Oh, let's go.
fruit on pizza. Yeah. Which?
Of course, yes. It all depends on the pairings,
You do pomegranate and something I remember before.
I use some cranberries.
Maybe cranberries. Okay.
Pomegranates as well. I'm going to surprise you once again, but I use pineapple as well.
You do use pineapple. Okay. As you say, it's about the pairings.
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't like the typical ham and pineapple, which is the Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah.
I don't like how it tastes, but with the right pairings, even pineapple belongs to the pizza.
Oh, well, there you go. Controversial. So you definitely have to go and check out Fabio's book and his YouTube channel to find out how to put pineapple on a pizza properly. Okay, so what is your favourite pizza topping?
Nothing in particular. Cheese and tomato. Margherita pizza is the way to go.
Wow. Okay. You surprised me again. Yes, you are a simple guy. Simple yet layered. So we've talked a little bit about your YouTube channel and your book. So where else can we find you?
Fabioulouspizza.com or at Fabioulous Pizza for Instagram, or youtube.com/Fabioulous Pizza. Anything you can think about it, it contains Fabioulous Pizza. If you go to my website, you will find the links for all the rest.
Fantastic.
That's the best part where to start.
Brilliant. So the website, but we'll put all of the links in the description anyway, so you'll be able to find it really, really easily. Fabio, sadly we've come to the end, but I'm so glad that you were my very, very first guest on the Unfucked Creative podcast. So thank you so much again. And maybe we could do this again another time.
We can do like a whole podcast just for you.
Why not? We can.
Let's do it.
Just us, yeah. But right, it's noted. That's called FabioandCarrie.com.
Sounds like a plan.
It sounds like a plan. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Carrie. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome. Thank you so much. And to everyone who's watching and everyone who's listening, thank you so much. I hope that you've got some nuggets from Fabio there. Do go and check out everything he does. Everything he does is amazing. His videos are so well made. And of course, we'll see you on the next episode, which will be back on Spotify or wherever you listen to a podcast. I'm hoping that it's going to be on YouTube as well, but whether it is or not, I don't know. You'll see when we go online. Anyway, take care and see you very, very soon. And of course, stay hydrated. Ciao.